Okay, and welcome back, persons, places, and things, to Shop with a Sloth. This is a new purchase from Amazon this time, not from Temu. I have been, as a nerd, I find myself uh, going to conventions, picking up a lot of acrylic pens, things like that, and I just have too many to stick on bags, and then I want to display all of them on my bags, and then my bags are way too heavy to actually use. So I went on to Amazon and found a couple of page binders uh, to as a first foray into displaying my pens. Uh, let's open them and see how they look. I'm hopeful because what I want to do is start out with, they only come with like two or three pages a piece, which is why I bought two. Um, but I'm hopeful that they're the type that I can just drop in more pages and I can just keep using the same binder and just build the same binder over time rather than just buying multiple binders, which was a lot of what I was finding, and I didn't want that. I wasn't finding just other pages you could stick into an already existing binder, which these are loose, so. And I have the realization that I've come to is that you need a page of pens and then a buffer page, then a page of pens, and on that, then that will be a buffer page and a page of pens, and that will be a buffer page and a page of pens. So that all looks correct. The last page of pens does have that elastic strap on it, but when I go to put them together, I can probably rip the seam maybe on it or cut it closely and uh, then maybe close enough that maybe it won't bother me. And we'll see what it looks like. And I'm assuming that this one looks the exact same, but I'm going to go open it just in case. Where is the... Oh, there it is. It is right there. Just wasn't coming up. Uh, so, and I only am seeking to use one set of those rings, so that one's going to get moved away for now. Probably not thrown away, but moved away. Okay. And for this endeavor, I did bring out a couple of different pens and pen sizes. So, um, we have got our Ender Dragon head, which is kind of big. He is of the post size, or the post kind, I guess you would say. He's got posts for his backing. Um, and then I had another smaller post, which my people skills are rusty, which is a post one as well. And then I have three different sizes of these traditional button pen backs. I do have larger ones, but I'm not sure I even want to put those in here. There's only a couple of them, and I'm not super fond of them, but I do want to know if they will fit and if they're even, these things are even usable for these without super annoying things. So I have the Rooster Teeth First Austin in 2027, 2070, really, 2017, 2077, really. My Nuka Cola pen that we got the year that my husband dressed up as the mysterious stranger, and no one could figure out who he was, even though he was walking around with me dressed as a Vaulty. Uh, So we were like, we should probably buy you like a Nuka-Cola pen or something. And so we bought him this little pen to go in his lapel, and then a couple of people recognized him, but it was just amazing that nobody recognized him. And then I've got my teeny tiny one of just Leia Organa. Bought this right after Carrie Fisher died because I've always looked up to her. She was a badass MFer. So we are going to try this out and see. Let's go ahead and take and put one of these together. Come on, everybody. Get back roped. I mean, they're awful sturdy. I'm kind of worried that, especially the pin back kind, might not actually go through and then go through the second time to come back, um, is my worry. Uh, or might have trouble doing so, and that the smaller that they are, the less likely it is that the the pin goes through twice to come back around. So, or that the pin is, you know, big enough to make it through twice thick and then tuck where it's supposed to tuck. But for now, we're going to demonstrate here. And let's see, let's start with the Ender Dragon. He is kind of very obviously going to take up 4 spots. Uh, Interestingly, these are these are kind of made for. Are they supposed to pop out? Yeah. Okay, so there's a second layer back here. So these are uh, for the pins to go through. The slots for the pins to go through are already pre-cut. As for the as for the post ones, that's going to be a challenge that I did not foresee. Because I thought that they would go. When I originally started looking into this, I thought that this was a paper that laid over this, and that was the paper that they had to go through since it's much thinner. And then I have no idea. I have no idea how I thought because it was like 4 a.m. at that time. But we will see how far this goes through. I don't really think it's supposed to go through the whole thing. So let's see if we can get it to go through one felt flap. Okay. And then it's also a little wonky choosing where to place this one. Some of the pins are awkwardly designed. Not designed really. They're awkwardly shaped. So just having a straightforward, easy way to do something is not gonna be is not just gonna present itself easy. So there's one. I really wish that he would have his chin just kind of sticks up in the air there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but Yeah, his chin just sticks out from the page like that. I kind of wish there was a way to, you know, tamp him down on a third. But he doesn't have a third post. Okay, let's try the bigger. Let's try a bigger. Well, darn it, go through there. My pen is having a logistical problem. I can see where it's supposed to go. It can see where it's supposed to go. Is not cooperating. I thought this section of the video was going to be a very short section, and this might end up being my longest video. Okay, so that did successfully get pinned on the back, so that one got through. Okay, pretty good so far. And from the top. Okay, do that one there, and then we might have, this one might have enough room there, and then we're probably going to do people skills are rusty there because this is taking up absolutely 4 squares. So, Nuke Cola. Okay, Nuke Cola went in without a fuss. I think part of these is just coordinating what uh, what size is going to fit where, and now see her pen back does not come out very far past where my thumb is. I don't know if you can see that. It's right here. But yeah, the pen itself does not come out very far from the back of the button bit. Yeah, we might have some problems with this one because I don't know that it is long enough to even make it. Okay, let's back up about halfway and just force it through the top. There we go. Okay. The felt's not thick enough that, you can't modify when you need to. So that one actually, to me, looks the best of them, position-wise. And for the people skills are rusty. It's only got 1 post. So we're going to put her on here. Should I just use the... Yeah, I'm going to poke through with this one too. So while the outlet like slits in the patches here are helpful, not necessarily needed all the time. So there is the display. I know that glare is just awful. Uh, you can't even read anything. Let's see if I can get a little closer to the camera without the glare. Nope, that ring light just wipes all of legibility from the world. Okay, but so not the worst thing in the world. If I find a better option, I might, uh, or dig, if I go down a rabbit hole and find something that somebody else recommends better, I might do that. Um, the post pens do have that problem of the back of the post is literally keeping it from laying flat. So that is unfortunate. But let's say that I have this whole book full and I want to add these next pages on. Oh, other way on this one. Can I do that? So this one is going to be the only one that might be a little funky. A little funky fresh. A little Marky Mark. Oh, don't tell him I called him that. I wonder, should then, if we've got a plain back, a solid back, a pin back, start the next row. Then we'll have another solid back. No need for this one. I'll have to make sure that these are all in the correct order, but oh, hey, not too bad, not too shabby. These jump rings are not going to do. These jump rings might be a little too short to do two. They're just barely going to make two. This one's just got a. This one is having connection problems. Do we need to play some soft music? You want to go over on the other side, dude? There we go. Um, this is going to be my longest video yet. Go. Check on this one. Nope, this one did not fully seat either. There we go. Now those are never coming off. Hmm. Okay, they all look fine to me. That is my pen binder. And if I feel so inclined, I might actually just nix these all together and stick it in a like a D-ring binder where they're huge and just clamp like that. And I think we'll keep this felt number, but it's really thin and almost useless. But sure. But yeah, the pens don't seem to hamper this, but I can already tell that the amount of pins that this is going to grow significantly with the width. But it's what we do. We do what we do. So, and I gotta think of a fun design for the front of this. Because you know me, nothing can be just plain and simple and elegant. It's gotta be kooky and crazy. Alright, see you next time.